Everything's so tall, I can't see anything.
Yes, dear.
It's all so artificial.
Society doesn't grow on trees. Besides, you're the one who was dying to move here.
When you get down to it, it's still just a giant pissing contest to see who can leave the most permanent mark. I mean, why else would Snuggies exist?
Okay, Nelson.
I wish life could be
more simple. I know. I'm tired of hearing this.
Imagine a life where your only responsibility is to live. That's
Do
it.
you know how selfish that sounds?
That's completely irrelevant.
It's incredibly relevant.
You're missing the whole point. You and me, Catherine, why couldn't we live as a couple of bears? How wonderful would that be?
I think that being with you now is pretty wonderful. And if you don't, maybe we need a change.
What are you saying?
I don't know. You just seem so unhappy.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Dear Catherine, I know I haven't talked to you in a long time, but I decided to write you a letter. Obviously. I'm only going to say this once, because I don't want to waste any space. Asking you questions, or saying things you'll never answer. I miss you. Work is good. Exhausting, but I'm happy. I mean, I'm one of 160 people who translate 50 million words a year. I could tell you, I don't know where I find the energy to do all this, but I do. Connecting two world leaders through a simple translation like "s'il vous plaît" is extraordinary. I hope the New England countryside is treating you well. I don't see how you manage living out there year-round. What's a walled trap? A walled trap is an ibis, related to storks and spoonbills. Uses its long, curved bill to snap up insects, frogs, and small fish, and probe the earth for worms and grubs. Silent while feeding, walled trap vocalize frequently in the security of their nesting sites. Fly river turtle. Paddle-like flippers, similar to those of sea turtles, propel the fly river turtle. Turbulent tidal currents cannot stop it from crossing rivers to feed in a mangrove. Red panda. Red pandas and giant pandas both eat bamboo and live in wet mountain forests. Yet the two species are probably not related. Some evidence suggests that giant pandas are related to bears and red pandas to raccoons. Shy and increasingly scarce, the red panda roams through the dense and remote Himalayan forests of Nepal and southwestern China. The red panda is most active at night and dozes by day, usually curled up in the treetops. Its Chinese name, Zhaojiangmao, means small bear cat. I'm at the Bronx Zoo right now, and it's a Thursday. I was going to get up and go to work, just like any other Thursday. But this morning, I couldn't get that poem out of my head. Remember sophomore year? When you decided you wanted to be a poet? You ran up to me and told me,
Nelson, I've had an epiphany.
you're going to stop eating red meat.
No, that's stupid.
Well, tell me what it is then.
I'm going to major in creative writing.
I can't say I'm surprised.
I think poetry, mainly. I'm just not sure if fiction and nonfiction are for me.
I think poetry is boring.
I think you're boring. Here, let me read you a poem. I bet you'll love it.
All right, let's hear it. Animals are so lazy. They're all just lying around, sleeping. I mean, I'm just standing here, staring at a red panda, and it is simply astounding. Could this red panda build a skyscraper? What a waste. Why can't he make his life more purposeful? He can't be so content with being a statistic. Does a red panda ever look around and wonder, is there more than this? Will he ever wonder if his life could be richer or more fulfilling than eating bamboo and sleeping? No. Only we do that. And what a blessing it is. It's wonderful. It really is. Honest to God, Catherine, all that cynicism that you hated, all that whining and complaining that bored the hell out of you, it's all left me. I'm like I was when we first met. Freshman year. I saw you in that field, and I just had to say something to you. But I didn't know what, so I just walked over and stood right next to you. I remember there were bugs everywhere. I actually miss them. The air feels toxic without them. We just sat there in silence until night came, and you told me about the stars. Sometimes I have trouble remembering you, but I can never forget the way you looked that day in the field. I can never forget the field itself. There I felt like anything was possible, and my choices were unlimited. But here, in this wasteland of concrete, everything's predetermined. It's the same thing every day. There's no excitement, no nature, no beauty. I feel like I'm living in a fucking zoo.
When I heard the learned astronomer, when the proofs, the figures were ranged in columns before me, when I was shown the charts and diagrams to add, to divide, and measure them, when I was sitting heard the astronomer where he lectured with much applause in the lecture room, how soon unaccountable I became tired and sick, till rising and gliding out, I wandered off by myself, in the mystical moist night air, and from time to time looked up in perfect silence at the stars.